Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning, class 7C.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. And where are the rest? Are you not able to hear me?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
All right, all right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you are able to hear me. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
so today we will start with a new chapter in English literature. It is a poem, My Grandmother's House, chapter number 11 in your book, page number 91. Page 91, chapter number 11, My Grandmother's House. Now, this poem is about a girl, and in this poem, she is remembering her grandmother and her grandmother's ancestral house. Beta, mute your mic. So, in this particular poem, uh, this girl is remembering her grandmother and having nice memories of her and also of her grandmother's ancestral house. Now, this poem is written by Kamla Das, and she was a very famous Indian poet, poetess, novelist.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Okay. Today,
Ma'am, voice is
okay,
breaking.
I know, beta. Since morning we are having this network issues today. I don't know. Now is it better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So were talking about Kamla Das, and so she's a famous Indian poetess, novelist. She even wrote short stories, essays, and memorist means she writes about things of her childhood, things which she remembers. Then she writes in English and also in Malayalam, and most of her writings are in most of the writings which she has done in Malayalam are under her pen name. Means in Malayalam she does not write with a real name, she writes under a pen name. And what is a pen name? Madhavi Kutti. And now most of her poems in English, they are about her memories of childhood and family relations, and also about her family's ancestral house. And her autobiography is called Antekatha, that means my story. So she is a very famous Indian poetess, and then she basically writes about her memories of her childhood in English, and this poem is also one of them. Okay, who will read? Joshita is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, read.
There is a house not far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved. Among books, I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there to peer through blind eyes of windows, or just listen to the frozen air, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie. Behind my bedroom door, like a brooding dog, you cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved? I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change.
All right. Okay, so what is Kamla Das saying? That there is a house not far away where once I received love. So she is down the memory lane, and she is thinking about the house, and now it is very far away. maybe far away in the sense that physically it is far away, or it could be like that at the time when she is talking and thinking about that house, she was a small child, but now she is a grown up woman, and so what she means is that maybe she cannot become a child again. So that distance could be in both senses. And then she says that the woman died, means her grandmother died, and after her grandmother's death, the house it withdrew into silence, means the house which was full of fun and laughter and noises and voices of the people, after her grandmother's death, there's only silence there, and snake moved around the among the books, and means now no one lives in the house, and there's only silence and darkness, and so much so that even snakes move around books, means only snakes are there, and darkness is there, and silence is there, and once the life
Ma'am, your voice is
uh, beta, it could be, but I'm trying my best. So what you can do is listen to what you can, and then you can go through the recording. If you have missed anything, if you have not understood, that is all we can do as of now. Today we are having these network issues since the first period we are having this, so try to bear. All right, and if you miss anything, then try to go back to the recording and you can understand from there also. Alright, so what she is saying that now after her grandmother's death, the house is now silent, and now snakes they move around the books, and then she recalls that at the time that when the house was full of life and she could have read the books, but at that time she was too young to read. Alright, she was too young to even read the books, and now when she is big enough to read the books, but now the house is in silence and it is darkness all over, and snakes are moving around the books. And just to think about this darkness and the snakes moving around, it turns her blood into cold, means, and my blood turns cold like the moon, and these this darkness and snakes moving, it bring a chill to her, and her blood turns cold. And then she's saying that how often I think of going there, and then she says that she many times wants to go back to her grandmother's house, and though now no one lives there, and though it is only darkness there, and though it is only silence there, and only snakes moving around, but still what she wishes just to go there and to peer through the blind eyes of windows. Why blind eyes of windows? Because even if she is going to see through the windows, she will not see much, because inside there is only darkness. So she is saying that though if I even if I peer, if I look through the windows, there will be only darkness and frozen air. Frozen air means air which is not broken up by the voices and the laugh of the people. It is all frozen there, and so she says that though it is like that, but still many times she wishes to go back and just look through the windows there and listen only to the frozen air. Now there are no voices to be heard, but still she wants to listen to that stillness, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to light. And then she is saying that she also wishes that now there is no life and love which used to be there in the house, and so she wishes that she can even bring back in utter despair, means now she has no hope, she will not find anything there, but she's saying that she wants to bring the darkness from there, just a handful of darkness from her grandmother's house, to bring it to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding dog. And she wants to bring darkness back from there, and to let the darkness be with her, and that though the darkness would be just like a brooding dog. Brooding dog means something, brooding is deep in thought, and though that darkness will not bring solace to her, the darkness will not talk to her, all right, it will not bring her comfort, but still it will be there with her. Means she is missing her grandmother so much that she is saying that she wants to bring darkness from there. just if she can bring that only, so that at least that part of that house and and that part of her grandmother is with her. And then she says that you cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved. And then she's saying that can you believe, people, that once the house, in this house only I lived, and I was cared for and I was loved, but now the house is in such a poor state. There's silence and darkness and snakes moving around, and once it was full of love and the noises of the people, but now it is all silent. And so she is saying that once I really enjoyed living there, I lived there, and I got so much love and I was proud. I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. And then she is saying that at one point of time in her life she received so much love, but now it seems that she has got lost, and now there's no one to give and impart love on her, to shower love on her as her grandmother did. Means once upon a time when she was a little girl, her grandmother loved her so much, she received so much love, but after her grandmother's death, now that is all gone. There's silence and darkness and snakes moving around. She wishes to go back, just to bring back a little darkness, though because it will be a reminder of her grandmother and the love. And she's saying that now, though the house in such a condition, can you imagine that once I lived in that house and I was proud and I was loved, and now she says that now, but now it seems that I have lost my way, and now, uh, just to receive a little love, I am begging at the doors of the strangers so that I can have a little bit of love. Once she had this love in abundance, but now after the death of her grandmother, that love has gone out of her life. She has lost that love, and now she's searching for love. And she's in such a desperate state that she's even begging uh, at strangers' doors to get some love, though it is only in a small measure. She is ready to beg for love, though she gets it only in small amounts. So that is the poem. Have you understood, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So like the poem?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So very simple one, not much in it, just about the feelings and emotions that a woman is facing when she is thinking about her childhood days and about her grandmother and about her grandmother's ancestral house. And as you all have understood, just go through the poem once again, and just one meaning is there, so you can learn it from the book itself. And when we meet next week, then we will start with the reference to context and the question answers. Will that be fine, all of you?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my dears.
Yes, ma'am.